8370.
Is Raven gone?
One moment. That is better. All is in accord. So Ray stands with God. Now we should tell thee, as we have said before, of our Father. And in telling thee of our Father, we should tell thee of the time of Christ, or Jesus as I know him. There once was a time with Jesus as he stood in a temple. As he told those people who gathered around him, that he loved them, but they cast stones at him. And he asked this question: why should thou hate me? Why should thou kill me or destroy me? And these people said they were children of Abraham. And he said unto them, Nay, thou cannot be the children of Abraham, for Abraham would do not of these things. These people were the Jewish people of that time. Then I say to us, how could these people, as we think of them, as the chosen people, not be the children of Abraham? And as we have said before, that God may change the descendants, the race, the color, or the creed, as I would call it, of man, as the pebbles of stone. For man's spirit shall be, as we have said before, as the pebbles of a river, and man's soul should be, as we have said before, as the pebbles of the ocean. That God's spirit shall be as the pebbles of a brook. Yet God's spirit may shine and cast above all other. For remember, our Father and yours created all things on this earth of yours, and on the earth, and many earths, in your own galaxy and universe, and universes beyond universes. Can you understand of which we speak?
I think so, Otto.
Not fully. One day thou shalt. Now we should tell thee of the people upon thy earth, the psychic people, as I call them. And we should say to you, our message has been cast as a stone into a large river, and the river shall flow into the ocean and spread over many lands in many tongues. For in your time you shall see this. And these of the psychic world, as I would call them, shall become as one. Those who do not become as one and do not place themselves under God's hand shall be no more. And for those who would use this ability not for God's work, but for their own selfish needs, they shall be no more. We say to you, it is not sin that man should want material things. It is sin, and the beginning and the ending of a karma in the way he obtains these things. As we have said, love of thy fellow man, unselfish love. And if your will could learn to love 1/10 and know 1/10 of the love of our Father, that's all that would be necessary for the saving of your world. Without this, your world shall destroy itself. Your people shall destroy themselves. But they cannot destroy God's children on this world of yours. For there is no way for another man to destroy the soul of the Spirit that glows toward God. Only the man himself may do this. Can you understand of which we speak?
Yes, Anka.
Then, with this knowledge that we have given you, go forth upon your earth and cast your stone into the brooks, that they may flow into the rivers, and that the rivers may flow into your ocean and spread to the many lands. If thou may do this, God shall walk with thee in all thy days upon this plain, and the knowledge of where you have been shall be before you, and the knowledge where you are going shall be before you. For we have said before, we are here to prepare a way. And in preparing this way, we should bring God's children back to his many mansions. Can I understand of this?
Yes, Anka.
Now, you have many questions. Ask these questions.
Anka, at this time, we have a request for a health reading on Steve Breach. Is it possible to get one on him at this time?
One moment. Permission must be given. Yes, we see here all is in accord. Therefore, we find the body, the soul, and the spirit, as Steve preached. Therefore, we should say to this soul, one moment, additional information must be attained. Yes. Yes. We should suggest that both permission for a life and a health reading be given at this time. We see here, without both one by itself, serve in the way that is needed. Therefore, we find that permission, both from the soul and from our Father, has been given. Therefore, first, we find many problems here. Old injury first. Some of these problems, the soul, through meditation, and the meditation of that group, these could be helped, for permission has been given for this help. But only if in his meditation he should think of us, that we may enter. We find here a problem in language that I may understand. We find an embryos type cyst growth of the left pelvic. Yes. This is caused in fall as a child from riding horseback. We also find here, yes, a circulatory problem of the blood. We would suggest first that this soul, in the taking of a blood tonic, such as SSS, yes, this would do at this time. Also, we find fatty tissue in the blood area. This is not good. We would suggest, therefore, a change of diet. This fatty tissue is clogging the third valvulatory area of the heart. This could be very dangerous. Therefore, we would suggest for this soul the eating of more, as I would call it, vegetation, vegetable, okra, as I would call it, squash, more radish, solid type vegetation, yes. Any of these would be good. Also, more exercise, but not of the strangest type. We see an overly too much exercise at this time could cause complete failure of this area. Yes. We would also suggest massaging of the heart area. This could be done starting at 2-minute intervals per day, suggested early in the morning. Do not do this in the evening. Therefore, at that time, the heart is very taxed. This could cause, as I would call it, heart failure. If this subject at this time could purchase, there are many good vibrators, as they would call them, on the market. Vibrating for 2-minute intervals in the area just beneath the heart. This will relieve the pressure here. Then, after this has been done for a 20-day period, it would be suggested then, at that time, another reading be taken, and, if feasible at that time, that the type of vase that we have suggested, sauna type vase, this would do away with a lot of the extra, as I would call them, too many white corpuscles of blood area, overlay attacking. This you must understand. We also find here one other problem, a problem with his soul and the settling of himself, the searching for his own soul. We would say to you in this way, no matter where thou would go, thy take thyself. Thou might find thyself anywhere if thou shalt sit still long enough and look into thyself. We cannot at this time give a full life reading for commission when the soul has not been given, only for the partial reading. We should also find here an injury to the head area. We should suggest at this time that the type of medication that this soul needs, he himself could not obtain. Therefore, we would suggest that he sees a good medical doctor for attendance. Therefore, we see that this soul has at this time taking certain astringent type medication, or therefore we would suggest the continuing of these. We see here that the soul has at times problems in remembering the taking of these too. This is not good. We would tell the soul it would be, you would be creating a new karma for yourself by neglecting your body. Therefore, by entering our world, as I would call, therefore, then rebirth with more lessons than I have to learn now. time than I had before. We find here a psychological block in this area. Therefore, certain information that is required from this soul should be asked in a private reading. Now we look, yes, we find arthritic type tissue growing. You must understand, and this it will soon be learned by your own medical doctors, this is caused by a virus, not by the things at this time that are thought of the same. As the virus attacks not of the tissue, but of the inner tissue of the bone area, at this time you have no known medication for this area. Therefore, we would suggest the eating of the night blooming cereus in the quantities of 2-inch cubes per day for this subject would greatly help this subject. Now we find other old lacerations of the body. For the present time, we would suggest that another reading be given within a 20-day period on the subject, if consent is given. This is all at this time on the soul. Now we also see, as I would know it, Jack Powell, soul Jack Powell. Yes, we have the body, the soul, and the spirit here. We see permission has been given, therefore a reading shall be given. The records show first of your karma and your desire to overcome this karma. Then at this time we would tell thee, if thou would drink of this wine, study it, study all phases of this wine, and in thy meditation, if thou would ask permission that we may enter, help shall be given to this soul. But remember, if help is given and I step backward, then thou shalt become what is known as a lost soul. So before entering in the area that thy desire, think first of where you have been. Therefore, we shall tell you from where you shall go. Now, we see here in the soul pulled ligament area from the third vertebrae. We find osteopathic treatment desired here. We also find could be corrected quite simply by dieting. This soul desires to carry more weight than the body structure at this time will handle. We should suggest more of the raw beef, more of the raw vegetations. We do not, when we speak of raw, mean not cooked, but not overly cooked. Now, we also see here that if this soul would construct at this time a bar approximately 6 inches above his reach, that he may, for the periods of 5 minutes per day, as I would call it, hang from this bar. Therefore, stretching this area out, you must remember this area is permanently damaged. Through thought concentration, I may rebuild a good part of this area. But this area has been destroyed in such a manner that complete recovery is not feasible at this time. First, take of the first of the reading, and then of the last. This is all on the soul at this time. Another reading shall be given at his request. Now, I have other questions. Ask.
Otka, Don asked that a health reading be given, or has had permission from a John Curtis Moore of Shamrock, Texas. He was born in 1930. The address is 2008 Pine in Manhattan Beach, California. Would you give a health reading on this man at this time?
We would suggest that this soul place himself in a better position that we may give this reading. At this time, he is not at the location you have given. We do not find this soul at this location. Also, we would suggest that this soul be brought more in accord that this reading shall be given. Now, Soul Ray grows weak. We should suggest at this time that I should waken Soul Ray from his slumber